Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an ELC EVEN 90. It's a Tier 8 French premium light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Ruinberg and it's under the commands of FiliPer1n0. Yes, we've got more than one replay from him today. In fact, we've got a whole bumper of them. So let's see how he gets on in this incredible, meme-worthy light tank. Well, it doesn't accelerate very quickly, but it does actually have fairly good top speed, 70 kilometers an hour, and it's got a 90mm gun which is capable of doing 220 alpha and penetrating through 175mm with standard rounds. But well, you can see that FiliPer1n0 has loaded nothing but APCR and he's got the ability to go through 215mm, but he gets whacked by a Lynx and he's not even loaded, so he couldn't even fire back, but he gets one into him and the Lynx is gone. The list takes him out, but FiliPer1n0 has lost virtually all of his hit points. He's down to just 49 out of the 900 he started with. Look at the holes in the back of his vehicle. He's been mullered, you might say. That's a British term, but I think most people know what you mean. There's an E50 there, which is an AFK. Now he's almost reloaded, and I think he's going to take advantage of that AFK and get some quick damage. He's marked the target. The first 90mm round bounces off the top plate. Second one goes through the lower plate. And next one as well. So he's got some damage, 665 hit points. And I think he's just going to go to town on that E50. At least it'll make back for the damage he took right at the start. He's determined to actually get some damage rather than actually lose out in this battle. But it's such a long reload time. 27.54 seconds is the time he's got. It's normally 29.37, and he gets the kill. So he's got a spotter and he's got his first kill in the game. Now what makes this tank so great is the fact that it is capable of hiding in spaces and bushes and positions that normally most tanks can't go to. And well, if they do go into a bush, they will get spotted fairly easily, but the ELC can actually hide, and the only way you detect it most of the time is by actually getting in within 50 meters of them. You have to get really close to this tank in order to detect it. Now he's going in reverse so he can get shots on the enemy without and move away quickly as soon as he's been spotted. But that Scorpion's pulled back. He's going to come forward again. Here he comes. One through the gun shield. Get another one. Fires his next one in. It's a 2 second delay. 2.5 second delay between each shot. 2.5 intra-clip reload. It takes 2.78 seconds to aim as well on this gun. Not a great gun, but it is basically, it's the Metro gun apparently. It is a very big gun on a very small tank. And he gets the next round into the gun shield, next one will kill, and the Scorpion's down. He was spotted though. Now this is part of the ELC project. The design was to create a 12-ton tank that can actually be used by the French Armed Forces on airborne missions, that they could bury it in and then it would find the enemy and it could defend itself with a 90mm gun and if necessary run away. It's got minimal armour, 15mm at the front, 10 at the sides and the rear, and that's the same for the turret as well as the hull. So virtually no protection at all. Anything that touches it is more than likely going to go through, except of course for machine gun bullets. They won't go through. And he gets another kill. Took a round in the tracks though from the T-54. He was lucky there. Now most ELCs in these sort of games playing actively would be dead by now because they get spotted and taken out. But you see FiliPer1n0 is being very careful. He's getting shots on the enemy without the enemy spotting him until it's too late, until the round actually goes in. He's unspotted at the moment, even though he's out in the open. Nobody can see him. He's got such a low signature. It's a very short tank as well. Ah, he gets another one into the T-54. He's looking this way, so he only fires one more round in and then pulls away to reload. Smart move, because if he'd stayed there for the next shot, he would have been killed by the T-54. He's actually using that position with this damaged building quite well, but the one thing I would say is you should never use that building if there's artillery in the game, because artillery can actually put rounds through those windows. But he's now hiding in the bush and none of the enemy tanks can see him here. Oh, gets one into the T-44 as he pulls around the corner. He wasn't seen. Now, can he get rounds on these guys down here? No, they've pulled around the corner. I was hoping that AE Phase 1 would actually pop round, but is he going to do it? He might. Oh! One through the turret. And the IS-2 takes a round as well. 210. He's now in full reload. So he's now got just under, well, 2.8k of damage. And he's done all of that damage whilst he only had 49 hit points. It's a tier 9 game, he's a tier 8 tank, so he's going to earn a bucket full of XP from this. There's still some enemy tanks though nearby. There's a Progetto just across the road. There's a Liss at the end of the road. Well, there was a Liss, I think he's gone now. There's a TS5 up there as well. But we've got to try and see if we can get that T-54 lightweight, because he's the biggest threat. Yeah, he's inching his way out slowly. He's still covered by the bushes. I doubt that T-54 can see him, even if he could look in this direction. Progetto dies. His spotting, so he gets that one. You notice how he's almost half out of the bush, but he's still covered. And the T-54 can't see him. He's marking the ground to say, look, there's something there you need to attack. Try and get a bit closer. Still within the bush. Using the bush mechanic as close as he can get so he can see the target. There he is. One shot kill. Yes! 3 kills. He was spotted though, so he had to pull back. There is a Scorpion still out there on the enemy team, and he's reloading. The enemy has managed to break through, and they're coming up to our cap. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy as well. So at this point in the game, FiliPer1n0 is going to have to spot for his teammates so they can get shots at longer range. And he's found one of the enemy, a Type 4 Heady. I don't think that Heady can see him though. He's just too small and too far away. This is the beauty of this little tank. You can spot the enemy without the enemy seeing you, and then allow your teammates further back to actually get decent hits. Still 6 enemies out there. I don't think he can get a shot on that AE Phase 1. At least not yet. Oh, now he can. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the rescue tight enough before shooting. Now he can. And the AE Phase 1 goes down to the Liss. Oh no, it wasn't a Liss, it was a CS-59. There's the Liss. Okay, who's next? The enemy is capping, which is the correct thing to do. But you can see FiliPer1n0 is picking them off one by one. He may not be getting the kills at the moment, but he is certainly collecting damage. They're sending one tank out here and there to try and find our guys, but all that's happening instead is that they're getting picked off. Okay, he's trying to get a good position. The Lurver's over there. Use the bush mechanic, yeah. That's it. Gets his first one in, goes for another. Yes, gets that. Go for the kill shot. Yes! 4 kills. Scorpion's getting close. Oh, is he? No, actually he's a long way away. They're still capping though, and he's going to have to get a reset now because they can't get the they can't win unless they get a reset, or the team enemy team pulls out the cap. The IS-2's a one-shot, so he can take that guy by surprise. Hello, you're gone. This is the reset. One in the engine bay or one in the turret. Go for the shoulder. He gets the shoulder. He resets. Fires another one in, right angle's wrong. He didn't pen, so he's going to have to run away, reload. It really helps that he's using the premium ammo. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't survive. The Type 4 is now being attacked by our other teammate, which is the CS59. He's taking rounds, almost reloaded. Can we get another round into that Type 4? Yes, we can. Use the rear. One through the engine bay. 198. Can he get the kill shot? No, he went behind the building. The CS59 gets the kill. And that now means there's only one enemy left. So they come from a major disadvantage. And he's been requested to platoon with the CS59. They both have, well, over 3 kills. FiliPer1n0's got 5. One short of getting a Top Gun. There's still that Scorpion out there somewhere. Now the question is, where is he? Almost reloaded. There we go. It's 3 shots in the clip, ready to go. Now we know that the Scorpion's got 482 hit points. Why do we know that? Well, the health bar at the top of the screen says 482. That's all that's left on the enemy team hit pool. And there's only one tank left, so it must be the Scorpion who's got 482. It's going to take FiliPer1n0 at least 2 shots to take him down, maybe 3. So really, he doesn't want to miss at all if he can help it. He wants to sneak up on this guy in such a way that he can get 2 shots in before the Scorpion even knows that he's being struck. But this guy is... oh, he's run away. He's run away. CS59's coming up towards us. I wonder, is he in that little area just across the area from the cap? You know, that little hidden area? I have the sneaking feeling that that's where he's hiding. But they both thought about going into that corner. They've decided to cap out. Best thing for FiliPer1n0 to do would be to go into a bush and sit there, and if the enemy does pop out to try and kill the CS59, he can then nail him. So if the Scorpion comes back, he has a chance to get the Top Gun. If he doesn't come back, they get the win by capping out. I think that's where he is in that little area there. I think that he's gone and hidden around the corner. And the moment it gets close, he'll pop out. Or will he? No, he's decided not to. And it's a game over. And he platoons right at the end. So they both get a Brothers in Arms medal for winning. And he's happy. Here's the end of battle results for FiliPer1n0 in the ELC EVEN 90. He got the ace tanker. Yes. Despite the fact that he lost virtually all of his hit points at the start of the game and only had 49 for the rest of the game, he played an ace tanker out of that little ELC. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage and did a lot more than that from his actual gun. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 7. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, 1/3 of the enemy team, and just 1 tank short of getting a Top Gun, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He also got an All-X medal. He took out 2 or more enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a light tank, and they had to be at least 1 tier higher than him, and he was tier 8 and he was taking out tier 9 tanks. He got a Brothers in Arms for being a platoon with somebody else who managed to get at least 3 kills, and he got 3 kills as well. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he also got the tanker sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, and that had to be at least 8 shots with 85% accuracy as well. What a fantastic game it was for FiliPer1n0. Let's have a look at team score. Highest damage, 4,377. The next high scorer was the CS59. No, it was the CS59 on the enemy team. 3,892 hit points of damage went to him. And then the CS59 on our own team got 3,666. So 2 CS59s showing how OP the Polish tank is. When it came to kills, he got the highest number with 5. The CS59 on his own team and the IS-22 on the enemy team both managed to get 4 kills. And then 3 kills went to the Scorpion, who never came back, and he wasted an opportunity because he could have at least got a defender medal out of it, or at least try to get a defender and or potentially win the game, and he just gave up. And I'm sorry, but that's not really the best attitude to take. If you in a battle like this, even if you're in an Arty, you can always just stroll up, fire one round in, get your defender medal and go out with glory. But no, he decided to hide instead. When it came to base XP, it's FiliPer1n0 again, so he's got the top in all three columns. 1,742, which is a high ace tanker. 1,131 went to the CS59, and 793 went to the CS52, the LIS. He fired 27 rounds in that game, got 26 direct hits and 23 penetrations. I suppose that helps that he was using the APCR all the way through, because I think that's the only way you're going to get those rounds to go through, because the standard rounds on the ELC EVEN 90 are not that great at pen. 4,377 hit points of damage, of which 2,471 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy, 2 of which were penetrations, 1 lucky one that hit the tracks, and also 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. But he spent the entire battle with just 49 hit points. Well, apart from the bit at the start where he had this full load. 7 enemy vehicles were spotted, 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, and 1,712 hit points of spotting assist in the game, and he got 52 capture points right at the end. On a premium count, he earned 94,332 credits, got 70,749 from personal reserves, a grand total of 212,247 credits. There must be another bunch of credits in there that we can't see. But even after using premium ammo throughout the entire game, he still made a profit of 76,704 credits altogether. He received 1,742 XP, 261 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 2,874 experience points altogether. So what a fantastic game. You would have thought it was all over right at the start. He only had 49 hit points left. I mean, who can do that sort of damage of 49 hit points? Well, if you're someone of FiliPer1n0 standard, yes, you can do that sort of damage. Even with a tank that's basically crippled, you can still go out there and get a lot of damage. It just takes a lot of application of using the bush mechanic, waiting patiently for the enemy to show themselves, like that T-54 lightweight, and then blasting them into the garage. What a fantastic game that was. I really enjoyed that one. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thanks for watching.